What's going on, guys? Hope you all are doing fantastic today. I'm really glad you're here because I have a brand new fragrance that I want to review with you. And it comes from the house of Meremeta and it's LeLaVa. 3 years in the making and it's finally here. It's finally out. I've been test driving this fragrance now for about a week and a half. Test drive's over. And now it's time for me to put my 2 cents in on it. So is it ooh la la or c'est la vie for LeLaVa? Stay tuned to find out. Cue that intro. What's going on, fragrance family, and welcome back to My 2 Cents. My name is Brian, and this is the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. So I just want to give a quick update on my pops. As you know, he is going into surgery here very shortly. I just dropped him off at the hospital. And you're like, well, Brian, why aren't you at the hospital waiting on him? Well, thanks COVID. They're only allowing one person at a time from family members to stay at the hospital. So my mom is there with him, and I'm the odd man out. But that's okay. To keep my mind off of everything, I decided to sit down in front of the camera, talk to you about this guy, Meremeta LeLaVa. Meremeta did send this over to me for review. They asked me if I would give an honest review of it, and I said, heck yeah. I'm all about discovering new houses, especially indie niche houses. Sometimes you find some hidden gems, some beautiful fragrances that are cost efficient, they're affordable. Before I put my 2 cents in on this fragrance, if you're new to this channel and you like discovering new fragrance houses, you like talking about all things related to fragrance, then you are in the right spot. Do me a quick favor, join this beautiful fragrance family by hitting that subscribe button. Costs you absolutely nothing. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and flip it to all. Throw me up one of these if you enjoy today's content. And don't forget, drop me some comments down below. Have you heard of Meremeta fragrances? Have you tried LeLaVa? Have you tried any of their fragrances? Let me know. Leave me some comments down below. Also, what's your scent of the day? What are you rocking? But without further ado, let's get into Que Sera, Sera. Whiffs and sniffs. So as I said, Meremeta did send me this for a review. I got it about a week and a half ago, and instead of doing a first impressions, I decided I really wanted to do a full review. After talking to the owner and the perfumer, it was very inspirational, and so I didn't feel like this fragrance deserved just an initial first impression. So I put some wear into it, and I've thoroughly been enjoying my test drive. I don't know what the notes are. I asked the owner, Steven, to not tell me anything about the fragrance. I didn't want to know. I do know that there are 3 main accords in it, and it's going to be lemon, leather, and vanilla. Hence why it's called LeLaVa. I'm also going to go over what the notes are from their website. I don't even know if they have a website. Probably should figure that out before I decide to do this review. But anyways, I'm sure they do. So we'll go over the notes if they have them on the website together. So let's get spraying. Let's talk about it. Lemon, leather, and vanilla. LeLaVa. So, of course, you're going to expect getting some lemon, some leather, and vanilla. Off the initial rip, it's a little sharp and a little astringent. And it's that predominant lemon note that's right off the initial blast. But that smooths out. That segues nicely with the vanilla. And it turns into almost like a lemon head. So it's kind of like a candied lemon. It's sweet, but a lot of lemon. And when I'm saying lemon, I'm talking like a lemon, like zesty, fruity, citrusy lemon. There's this transition where it becomes like gourmand. And it's when the heart notes really kind of become predominant. Now, I get a lot of florals in the heart. And like I said, I don't know what the notes are. It's a lot of creamy white florals. I'm thinking like lily of the valley, magnolia, neroli, orange blossom, something around those lines. And I'm thinking more of like meaty white florals. But it's very creamy, very creamy. I believe there'll also be some sort of like airy aldehydes in here because I'm not saying it's fizzy. It pops. It pops off the skin. On paper, not so much, but when it's on my skin, it's... Now, leather. Now, the leather in this, it comes further in the dry down. And the leather isn't really leather. Well, I mean, it's leather. It's suede leather. But it's not a whole lot of suede. It's not really a leather fragrance. It's kind of a creamy, sweet suede. I mean, it's there, but the big notes, the main notes that I get out of this are those florals, the lemon, and the vanilla. And those things just, they're just popping. There's a nice freshness to the suede as well. It's almost like a brand new, like clean, polished suede. As you start exploring further into this fragrance, there's almost like a slight metallic quality to it and some herbal notes that come out. I don't really know what those herbal notes are, but they're there. They're just there to kind of balance everything out. Once it dries down even further, it becomes a little bit more gourmand. And this is the best way that I can describe it to you. It kind of reminds me of a cookie dough ice cream pie with a graham cracker crust. And it reminds me of my favorite part of eating a pie. When you get to the very back of the pie where it's crust pie, you get that angled part of the crust with the pie. Because it has this kind of doughiness to it, like a cookie dough, with a little bit of like a lemon meringue on top. And then the graham cracker crust. I believe there'd also be maybe some vetiver, possibly some patchouli, adding some green facets to it, but it's not overly green. It's interesting, it's unique. There's possibly some woods in this as well, which I'm sure there is. I think it's a nice blend of cedar and sandalwood. You get that really nice cedar mixed with like this creamy sandalwood. And that is the entirety of the dry down, but you still get that layer of sweetness. You still get a little bit of that lemon. It's really just sitting back as a supporting role, but the sweetness through and through. It's almost like the layers of a really nice cake or pie. You have different layers to this fragrance. It's not linear. It segues and transitions into all these different aspects. It's a really interesting combination of ingredients, and it's blended quite nicely, actually. So that's pretty much the fragrance. Now, like I said, I have no idea what the fragrance notes are. So let's look into it. I've got my laptop right here. I'm going to read them off to you. Top notes, lemon and bergamot. I get much more lemon than I do bergamot. Middle notes, metallic herbal citrus? That's new to me. I've never heard that before. What? No, okay. Base notes, vanilla, cedar, amber, suede leather, and clean musk. All right, I didn't really pull up a whole lot of the muskiness from it. They could just be blended very well with the rest of the base notes. And that's very interesting. So yeah, I guess that metallic quality comes from the metallic herbal citrus accord. I need to ask more about that. I don't really know what that means, but there are some herbal notes in it. There's definitely the lemon, of course, vanilla, the suede leather, cedar, though I also think there to be sandalwood, and I believe there also to be some aldehydes in the heart. So Meremeta means sparkly, twinkly, shiny things in Swahili. The owner took a trip over to Kenya, and that's where he came up with the name, which I think is stinking cool. So he's an engineer at heart and dived into the fragrance game back in 2017 when he bought a bottle of parfums de Marley Harrod. And he thought to himself, this is a fantastic fragrance, but how could I make it better? So over the past few years, because he started Meremeta in 2019, one of the things he said to me, he said, it's not about what you smell in the fragrance, it's what you don't smell that makes the fragrance. And it's so true. This is a beautiful composition. The only two critiques that I really have for it are the opening and bringing out that suede. I really want more of that suede accord, and that's probably just for me. I'm not saying that you're not going to enjoy it. What I'm saying is for myself, I would like to see that suede a little bit more predominant. Seeing as it's called lemon, leather, and vanilla, you definitely get the lemon, you definitely get the vanilla, but the leather, it's kind of just sitting back. And it's the second ingredient in the name. I would just like to see it be a little bit more of a leather fragrance. Let's talk about longevity. This is a long-lasting fragrance. I get 8 to 10 hours. One day I got 8, the next day I got like 8.5, but I got all the way up to 10 hours. Probably just because I didn't actually have enough time in the day without showering to get over that 10-hour mark. Long lasting. Projection. This is quite a beast. I was spraying 5 sprays of this. One here, one here, one here, down my shirt, on my shirt. Man, the scent bubble was strong. Got quite a bit of attention from it. I actually had one lady tell me that I just smelled edible. I smelled like a cookie. After speaking to the owner, he had the same compliment at some point. Wait a second, did we just become best friends? Price. So they're only sold in 1 ounce bottles. You're looking at $34.94. That's an interesting number, but $34.94. I think that's an amazing price for this, honestly. For a 1 ounce bottle, yeah, it's really stinking good. A little goes a long way. 5 sprays was probably a little too much, but hey man, I don't care if I overspray. Sometimes I underspray. I'm a little sporadic with my sprays. It all depends. I think it's a great concept behind the fragrance, behind the house. 3 years in the making, and I think Meremeta did an amazing job. So kudos to you. The situations I would wear this in, I really wouldn't wear this on a daily basis. It's more like evenings out, special occasions. This could be suited up, though it could also be buttoned down a little bit. But after wearing it, I don't really see myself wearing it to the office. More one of those that you want to get attention from people. You want people to be like, damn, you smell edible, dude. Like, you smell good. It's citrusy, it's sweet, not overly sweet. The beginning is more sweet than anything. But once it gets to the dry down, that's when everything starts balancing out even more. And it becomes this really nice, kind of sultry gourmand. If you are looking for a great fall, winter, evening out, kind of springtime, even cool summer evening fragrance, Meremeta LeLaVa. It's really stinking good. The only two suggestions I would have are just work on that sharp, astringent opening, maybe round that out, smooth it out just a little bit, and bring out that suede. Make that suede like something magical. And not saying it's not in this, I just want it to be more. But yeah, my overall score on Meremeta LeLaVa, I give it a 7 out of 10. And I'm excited to explore more of this house. I love finding new indie niche houses and new fragrances. And on a confidence level, I definitely think this is a fragrance that will help boost your confidence. Especially if you're going on like a first date, this would be a good first date fragrance. Or if you're going on your 1000th date with your special someone, this would be a great one. It's definitely something that will help create memories because this is a quite unforgettable fragrance. So I say, ooh la la to LeLaVa. So there it is, guys. I will leave a link in the description so where you can go pick yourself up a bottle of LeLaVa from Meremeta. Really cool indie niche house that I definitely think is worth a whiff and sniff. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And if you enjoyed today's episode, then do me a favor. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.